Chapter 19. Exposed. Samuel. As Samuel Reed's gaze swept over, Ian had already returned with a glass of water. He set it beside Ava, subtly blocking her from view, then curved his lips. "Mom told you to go find her once you've changed? Better hurry." Samuel frowned. "What does she want with me?" Ian shrugged. "How would I know? She didn't say." Samuel glanced past him. The figure behind Ian was completely hidden. His brow twitched, but he said nothing more and walked out. Once he was gone, Ava pushed Ian's arm aside. "Ian, am I that shameful? Hiding me like that?" "It's not that." Ian sighed, hesitation flickering over his face before he finally muttered, "My brother, he's gynophobic. The prettier a woman, the more he hates her." What? For all the men Ava had encountered, this was a first. She recalled vague chatter online about some gay men disliking women entirely, but she had never paid it much attention. And now, here stood a living, breathing example. A top-tier one at that. Still, she wasn't about to mourn. Her forest was vast. Samuel Reed wasn't even a tree worth noticing. Meanwhile, Samuel found Elaine in the ballroom. "When did I say I needed you?" Elaine asked, puzzled. Then she chuckled, realization dawning. "Ah, did you run into Ava? You know how Ian is. Anything he likes, he hides away, won't let anyone else see. He finally likes someone. Don't dangle yourself in front of him." Samuel clicked his tongue. "What, as if I'd compete with him?" Even to his own brother, Ian acted like a guard dog. Elaine rolled her eyes. "If you really did fight him for her, I might respect you a little more. You're 28 and still single. Don't tell me you actually prefer men." Her glare was sharp, exasperated. Other families already had grandkids by this age, but her 3 sons? Not one married. "Mom, there's a partner I need to attend to." Samuel's tone was steady, serious. He walked off before she could say more, leaving her fuming. Wide-eyed wolf! Raising him was a waste. Later, Ava and Ian entered the ballroom. The moment they stepped inside, she spotted Grace standing by Adrian, watching as he chatted with clients. "You go enjoy yourself. Don't follow me." Ava slipped her hand free of Ian's arm. Her tone was light, her smile as sweet as ever, but the look in her eyes left no room for argument. Ian opened his mouth, then shut it again. All right. It wasn't all right. But given her stubbornness, getting to walk in with her on his arm was already a rare victory. He wouldn't risk pushing further. Well, brought low by a woman, have you?" A mocking female voice rang out. A hand landed on his shoulder. "Don't touch me." Ian yanked the hand away, irritated. "Really, Ian, soft as a lamb with some other girl, but to your own sister, you've got claws." Yvonne Reed snorted. "With how childish you are, no wonder she'll never like you." "Yvonne, shut your mouth before I lose my temper." Ian raked a hand through his hair, his whole body radiating gloom. "Shut up. Please. Look at her. Back in New Harbor, 5 minutes and half the city heirs are tripping over themselves to chase her. You don't stand a chance." She clicked her tongue, shaking her head. "Cling to your memories, little brother. That's all you've got left." "I said shut up." Smack. Yvonne slapped him on the head. "I'm your sister. Show some respect." Across the hall, Ava noticed Adrian and Grace heading toward the back garden. She was just about to follow when Justin Shaw stepped in her way. "Miss Hart," he drawled, swirling a glass of red wine, the other arm folded loosely. "Where are you off to?" His smile made his intent obvious. Ava didn't need to think to know. "Justin, I'm surprised. All for my sister's happiness, you'd sacrifice yourself completely?" Her words were sugar-coated, but beneath the smile was sharp mockery. A flicker of discomfort crossed his eyes. Ava pressed, lips curling. If Adrian knew his best friend harbored designs on his fiancée, what do you think he'd do? "I don't." Justin's easy grin faltered. "Don't spout nonsense." "You know the truth better than anyone." Her gaze glinted. "What's this? Blocking me because you're worried about interrupting their intimacy? Or..." She suddenly leaned in, so close her breath brushed his face. "Because you're afraid of seeing something that might hurt?" Justin's fingers twitched, and he instinctively leaned back. "I don't know what you're talking about." He turned his head away, but the tips of his ears flushed red. Catching the color, Ava arched a brow. the so-called smiling fox, still so pure at heart. He'd never liked her, always siding with Grace, but she'd sensed his feelings long ago. "Well then," she shrugged lightly, tapping his arm with a smile. "Kindly step aside, unless you'd rather I scream harassment." His expression cooled. "Do you really despise your sister's happiness that much?" Ava laughed softly behind her hand, eyes bright and crescent-shaped. "Justin, has Grace staked a claim on the Reed's back garden too? I just wanted fresh air." Silence. Then Justin stepped aside. As Ava slipped past, her shoulder brushed his, perhaps on purpose, perhaps not. A faint trace of jasmine lingered in his nose. He turned his head, gaze catching her slender silhouette reflected in the glass doors. She disappeared into the garden. The air was thick with gardenia blossoms, fragrance riding the breeze. Ava wrinkled her nose, ready to turn back. But her eyes caught on a pair of figures under the lamppost, a man and a woman standing close. "Grop! A hand clamped over her mouth before she could call out.